if we can keep it tight so we can make the debate, that would be grand. Okay. That's the real horror show. Yeah. Yeah. It's the gerontocracy. I think that's what they call it.
Gerontocracy? There's a word for this?
Yes. The state.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, scary things. Properly scary things. Things that are things that are entertainingly scary. Poetry. Red, who is 34, 1 year shy of being old enough to be one of these men. So.
And Bolt.
Well, there we go.
I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory.
Water's not going to do it. Keep it to horror. Keep it to horror movies. Keep it to horror movies. Mm. Mhm. Shelley.
The sister.
That's Cheryl. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes. Yeah.
but he was the one that, yeah, go ahead.
Well, look, it's just because Scotty didn't know.
Oh,
We all
darn
know-
it! Darn
we
it!
all
I
know
wanted to
the
use that
song.
bit. I wanted to use that bit so badly.
Beat you to
Ah.
it. I just feel bad for anyone named Scotty. Hey, Scotty, do you know? Do you know? I think we. I, I think we just lost every listener named Scotty. That's all right. We'll add them all to the enemies list. Yeah.
Little Ran?
We can call it the Ghastly Hollows, an unaffiliated podcast. Yeah. We're an anti-partisan podcast. Okay. Okay.
Beyond that.
What else is cool about the origins of this film? Yeah. Is that right? Wow. Oh my gosh. Uh, ye- uh, what's
No.
Well, so they were using live rounds, not blanks. Were they using something else other than squibs for the blood? Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's towards the end. Okay, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, and the one thing that I noticed on that was, wait a minute. There are chainsaws that you can just press an on switch on, not with a freaking ripcord. I want one of those. Why not? Uh, Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. I would think you would do that before you bring the deer into your house. It could be as simple as just like, couldn't it be as simple? Whatever. Yeah. uh, really? Were you being followed by one? Mhm.
Oh.
The antifreeze, yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. That's very lucky. Right. Yeah. That is a no shit moment.
Oh.
I lived in Wisconsin for a little bit. I also lived in Chicago for 3 years. Does that count as the Midwest?
Uh,
So does New York
huh.
City.
Those.
Yeah, well, I've never heard of a mountain lion on the blue line. So anyway,
That is
Evil
wild,
Dead.
though.
They're evil. They're dead. They're all messed up. Combined combined reference. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
This
Very nice,
movie
right?
is
Very
a
nice. Yeah.
yeah, but this movie is a big departure from the pilot pitch that Into the Woods because no. But like the title for yeah, that title makes sense more so now having seen this, having seen Evil Dead. I feel like that should have been the title for this.
The original title, was going to be Into the Woods.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
So
they should have stuck with
that just makes me wish that Sondheim was still alive, so we could ask him to write a musical of Evil Dead. Because well, he could probably write a better one. uh,
Oh boy.
mhm.
Sure have.
Okay, that's not what I meant when I suggested audience interaction.
You should have been more clear.
I guess so. Be precise in your speech. Huh, okay. So that explains Bruce Campbell receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, the yes, that's that. Yeah, that was 2022.
You do Bruce Campbell proud. Yeah, he has kind of this fan worship status where like he for starring in these handful of franchise films, he's like become a darling of the like Comic-Con and similar communities, sort of like Ken Foree from Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. Yes. So I was a Keenan and Kel fan before I was a Dawn of the Dead fan, and there's such a large there there's such a big age gap between when he did those two that I didn't even recognize him when I watched Dawn of the Dead for the first time, and then I realized, wait a minute, hold on, that's the same name. Wait a minute. Mr. Rockmore? What? Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Mhm. Sure.
No, I love to tear apart the film and make fun of it. Get it right. Yeah, yeah. No, no, you can tear something apart without ingesting it, but I digress. Go on. I'm not gonna lie, like it definitely felt like an 80s horror movie, but like above par. Cause like I'm still taken aback by Aliens. Like that movie felt like it was made a lot later than than I was led to believe when I
Right.
looked at the actual date. I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How? This is amazing. Not to say and not knocking Evil Dead, but like Evil Dead actually, I mean, it was impressive in a different way, but it definitely showed that it was made in the 80s. Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I
This,
think yeah. I will. On another quick note, you know how Quentin Tarantino was known as the fuck guy? Yeah, Sam Raimi is known as the eye and slash face guy in terms of close-ups. Like the, the what?
yeah. And what was the thing about Quentin Tarantino?
He likes,
The
yeah.
foot guy?
You would see unnecessary shots of characters' feet or them
Oh,
just going barefooted
oh.
just for the sake of the cinema experience. I'm like,
Or
no one
like,
asked for this.
or like wiggle your big toe. Yeah.
Oy vey. But yeah, Sam Raimi. We need to have a larger conversation on how people end up with fetishes, and there are. I think I need to have a hit list of people to blame.
How
Let's
people
start with
end up with
him.
fetishes. Okay, okay.
I'm blaming.
Going, I'm going.
Uh, uh, yeah,
It's gross. It's really gross.
it is
It was like
so
a
gross.
really big gore fest. I wonder if this is where that convention comes from, where just like going as hard as you can with gore goes. But yeah, that's sort of the I don't know, maybe the one short impression that I could give you is just that it's a really gross movie. Lots of fluids. Can I point out towards the end, um, uh, there seems to be a breakfast food theme with the grossness because like in earlier parts of the movie you have the white liquid spewing from the severely injured possessed individuals and then at the end you've got one of the tattered apart bodies laying on the floor and there's like oatmeal coming out of the sleeve.
It
It's like,
was
wait a
oatmeal, wasn't
minute.
it?
Oh, I was like, yeah, yeah, that or like a cream of wheat or something. But I was like, okay, they probably shot this in the morning, and they took some, and they just made some extra breakfast and used that for the effects. I knew it. I knew it, and I knew, and not only did I know that, but Jack, I knew that you would be able to tell me if I was right. So, Mhm.
Again with the feet. What is wrong with you? Again with the feet. Uh-huh. You get one more. You get one more before I'm calling it.
Mhm. Right. Oh, so it was shot in Michigan. It's in Tennessee. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This
Yeah.
is brutal.
Mhm.
Oh, that's what we call sponsorship. Purposely. Uh,
Oh, did he direct The Grudge? I did not know that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that movie's very funny. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Oh, I think it depends on what you're going for. Like, I enjoy comedy horror. I enjoy straight horror. I mean, like, I really like Drag Me to Hell. I think that I think that movie works really, really well. Yeah, there's all sorts of good examples of kind of the movie oscillating between genuinely scary moments and just like silliness, some slapstickiness. There's some movies that do that really elegantly. I think Trick or Treat is a really good example of that. But let me try to think. I don't know if I can really think of many examples where where one detracts from the other. Maybe maybe it's kind of hard to tell when a horror movie is trying to do that. Maybe sometimes it's just it more seems like the movie is just clunky and you can't really tell that it's going between horror and comedy. You kind of just interpret it as, oh well, I guess this just isn't a very good movie. I guess I could just laugh at it. But no, I think there's some movies where it's very clear that that's what's being done and it's done well. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. you, I mean, how could you let that one go?
You couldn't. You really couldn't.
I mean, there's more podcast enemies to be made. Time's a wasted. Uh, anyway, I, so one thing that I did notice about Evil Dead is that, and this kind of becomes the calling card of the later movies. I've seen Evil Dead 2. I haven't watched Army of Darkness yet, but the first person camera, like snaking through buildings and through the woods,
Oh,
that
I love that.
technique, yeah, that's really cool. So when I see that, I interpret that as Sam Raimi taking a note from Halloween and just making it more manic. So, like in Halloween, especially at the beginning, there's a lot of use of the first-person camera, and you don't, at least at the beginning, you don't know who's behind it. It reminds me of that, but Sam Raimi just kind of made it more exaggerated, faster, obviously, and just a bit more like in your face crazy. What do you guys think of that? You think that's what he was doing?
Well, he nailed the crazy part for sure.
Okay, yeah. 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 Mhm.
Where you where you have like that scene where you have the record player playing and it's like that little jilted like the crane just like turning. Yeah. Yeah, that was very but the
Yeah.
blood dripping
Let's-
onto the lens was a nice fluid scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because I'm still trying to like fully understand how he does that quick camera movement through the buildings and the woods. Because it's not like it's just like it's not like the film is just sped up. Because everything else in the environment, like the trees blowing, the leaves blowing, that seems to be taking place in regular time. So it's not like he just sped up the film, but he's not like just running with the camera because then it wouldn't be that steady. Like it's not entirely steady. If it were fully steady, it wouldn't be as scary. But it's not like what a camera looks at when you're running with it. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So they didn't have the rights from like the beginning. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Huh.
Interesting.
Okay. Oh, so it was his choice. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Mhm. Yeah. Just calling them just calling them first blood, second blood, blood, that would have been corny. But first blood 2 is confusing, so it's a no-win situation. Rambo 3. Okay, enough of this nonsense. They said Rambo 3. Done. They were calling him Rambo, yeah.
Yeah, short and sweet.
I mean that's a great name. Rambo. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Not Oh, didn't he write the screenplay? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Evil Dead. I wondered about that. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah. No.
Nope.
Hmm. Hmm. Never did movies. Okay. Yeah.
It's weird. It's like Scott felt. I felt like he was a secondary character. You know, he was supposed to be the main character of this movie. Am I alone in that? Because like, I feel like Scott did a lot more. He had a lot more presence, even though like there was that movie with Ash with his girlfriend. I'm like, what is this? I thought there was gonna be like a proposal or like, oh, I'm gonna give you the key to my apartment, symbolizing the key to my heart, type of blah blah blah. But nope,
Yeah.
just yeah. I'm just like not that cheesy. It's been done. People done that in college, and you know what? They didn't break up immediately. They eventually broke up, or they got married and divorced, or what have you. But
It's fine if you don't know that it's haunted.
yeah, yeah.
Look,
But
they didn't know it was haunted. You don't know you're in a horror movie when
But
you're
they
in a
know
horror
it
movie.
looked
Again,
they know the
I would
thing,
like to
though.
reiterate, Scotty didn't know.
look. Regardless, yeah, he is. But yeah, this is all Sky's fault. We can admit that. Like that still shot, that funny awkward still shot of the four of them while Scotty's struggling to open the door. It's just like that was the moment. Like this is a mistake. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. Let's turn back right now while the bridge is still intact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Ash is a good guy. You know, it's sort of I mean, again, back to the Halloween thing. Like the person who seems to be the like at least one of the best characters in terms of their character is the one that survives and all of their all of his less good friends are picked off one by one. You know, like when Scotty insists that they keep playing the tape from the professor that was doing the research on the Book of the Dead. Ashley is like, come on, man, you knew that it was upsetting her. You can't do that to someone. And there's no indication that just to conform to the horror movie rules, there's no indication that he and Linda sleep together. You know, he's basically proposing to her, so you know he's kind of being the good guy, but it does kind of maybe flip the trope a bit, at least as it was set up in Halloween, that instead of that character being a girl, it's a guy.
Oh, Ash.
Well, what about Ash makes him that type that would be killed off first? Oh, okay. Yeah. Right, yeah.
They're not the first to die, though.
Heroism is not always rewarded. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I will say they're like most of the time they're most likely to be the first to get injured in some either mortally or semi-mortal way, which is
right, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, and I did wonder. Ash seems to have been chosen by the demons for some reason, because the demons, they seem to be able to possess not just anyone but anything. They can get into the trees. They can get into the clock. They can make the house bleed. Like, you know, the lore goes that when you do the incantation, you give them license to possess the living, but they seem to be able to possess anything, living or non-living. But they don't possess Ash. And there's that point in the movie where his sister Cheryl, who's possessed, and they have her under the floor, and the demon starts to speak with Cheryl's natural voice, and she's asking, "I'm okay now. You can let me out. I'm okay." And then when he tries to, she reaches up and grabs him through the floor, and he screams out, "You bastards! Why are you torturing me like this? Why?" And it's a bit like, that's a good question. Why haven't they possessed him? Why is it all why does all of this seem to be set up to drive him crazy? And Linda doesn't behave like the others that are possessed, because the others are just like deranged and violent. But she taunts him. She laughs and she makes that creepy face she's made up to be, kind of like a exactly. Exactly. So the so the demons seem to have decided, okay, we're just going to drive this one guy nuts. Why?
Mm.
Yeah. Mhm. Again with the feet. That's your last foot. Last one.
No. I told you, you get one more. You get
That
one more.
counts. That counts. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That was scary.
That was pretty entertaining though. Meanwhile, you have what was it? Linda getting lied to. It's like, and then she's getting this right. Like, stop lying to her. She's getting all these things wrong. Let real pro do it, and of course had to be a demon. It had to be the demon.
And she was like, it's totally an ESP thing. Like, I'm special, so.
Oh my! I couldn't wait for her to drop dead. I'm sorry when she said that.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked and appalled, quite frankly, that Scotty was so quick to say, my girlfriend screwed up. You should kill her.
Look, he knew what the right call was. Unfortunately, he left it in the hands of the good-hearted idiot. Oh, here's the thing. He was kind of bleeding a lot, and the blood lost.
Mhm. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
they were just being dicks. Like it just like they could have ended this whole thing a lot sooner, honestly.
Yeah.
Like Linda alone could have sold that whole team. The fact that like the floorboard, not was it Linda or was it, no, not Linda. Sorry, Cheryl. Cheryl could have just sold that entire group. If she was able to punch through the floorboard to grab him, just to continue like scaring the little bejesus out of him. Yeah, no. I mean, granted, Scott was like their only best line of defense, and he got overwhelmed so quickly.
Yeah.
It was just, oh man.
We've got some nearly dead old men starting to yell at each other. So what do you say we make this a two-parter? I like that.
Comedy?
Idea.
Comedy?
It is a comedy, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. The man is deserving of a little grace for having made the Evil Dead films. I had no idea. I'm sorry, I had no idea that you had been carrying this whole time. Okay. This is an issue that I hope the moderator raises at the Atlanta debate. So let's see. Let's see.
That's okay.
There.
Cry it out. Cry it out.
There.
It won't get any better, but cry it out anyway for views. Come on. You need the money.
Concerned red.
Apathetic bolt.
Oh, nice. Real nice. See you later, everybody. See you soon.